Mr. Arasu, Duraisamy.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the proposed amendments to the Work Injury Compensation Act, or WICA in short, is timely and progressive. While we push for safety first and zero accidents, workplace injuries do happen. Higher injury compensations and broader insurance coverage to more workers give greater assurance to our working people and is timely with the rising cost of living and medical expenses. The amendments to better regulate insurance coverage with limited exclusions provide clarity, as insurers cannot include non-approved exclusions. Also, the proposed appeals channel by the Ministry of Manpower for workers who dispute claims as assessed by the insurers is much welcome, as it provides recourse for the injured workers. Moreover, the measures to encourage better safety track records of the companies based on differentiated insurance premium, employers' risk profile and claim history will give greater impetus for employers to partner unions in ensuring a safe, healthy workplace for all workers, of which I will address later in my speech. While these proposed amendments are most welcome, I would like to seek clarity on three issues and put forth some suggestions. The first is on work injury compensation due to the nature of work arrangements and insurance coverage. As flexible work arrangements become increasingly adopted by employers, such as working from home or telecommuting, will WICA cover any work injuries sustained during work outside of the workplace, specifically when the work accidents occur when the worker is on flexi work from home? While the move to expand compulsory insurance coverage to non-manual employees is welcome, the salary threshold with proposed amendments from $1,600 to $2,600 is still low. As automation and technology increasingly change the way we work, we are seeing more working people multitasking, taking on additional job roles and responsibilities. While they might be considered as non-manual workers, part of their job responsibilities will increasingly expand. Their day-to-day job might be office-based, but the job roles and functions might require them to be around in an environment where the risk of injury is high. And these employees might be drawing a salary beyond the stated amount of $2,600. So may I suggest that more be done to encourage employers to buy insurance coverage for all employees. Secondly, how are workers under contract for service covered under WICA? Correct me if I'm wrong, but answer is none. With the advent of the platform economy, we have a growing number of self-employed persons, estimated to be more than 200,000 in Singapore. With the increasing prevalence of contract for service and the gig economy, they will not fall under the ambit of WICA, as service buyers who engage them will not have to take up a WICA-related insurance coverage for these self-employed persons. What recourse do these employees then have in the event of injury sustained in the course of their employment? The Infocom Media Development Authority, IMDA, through the tripartite standards on procurement of service from media freelancers, provided details on insurance coverage for media freelancers to be covered by their companies if they were required to offer their service on-set or locations specified by their companies. The work-related personal accident insurance covers against claims for death, total permanent disability, and medical expenses. As such, the responsibility is on the freelancers to ensure that they are insured with personal accident insurance that will be paid by the buyer, while the service buyers should be prepared to factor such insurance costs into their service fees. Will other government procurement entities, in short GPEs, consider taking the lead to provide work injury insurance, especially for significant GPE like MOE schools, as this will help set the tone and shape responsible procurement practices where work injury insurance protection is a norm for responsible outsourcing. Mr. Speaker, sir, at this point, I would like to also get an update on progress made by the ministries, other government agencies beside IMDA to provide insurance coverage for freelancers and self-employed persons for work-related accidents for the many outsourced contracts that they have. My third point of clarification is on mental illness brought about by work stress, which is increasingly becoming common in the workplace, but is not covered by the WICA amendments. As a unionist, I have come across members diagnosed with depression. One such member initially wanted to resign from the company, when diagnosed with depression, but the company persuaded him not to do so and to continue his employment while undergoing treatment. He was granted sick leave for a year with medical review done every month. During this period, the company paid his basic salary and medical treatment. After more than a year of therapy and medication, there was no improvement to the member's condition. The company had to reluctantly terminate his employment. This member was fortunate, as the company continued to pay his salaries and medical treatment for a year. But what happens if an employer opts to terminate an employee with mental illness at the early onset of the condition? Can WICA expand to cover the medical expenses and wages for such illnesses? After all, mental wellness is an area not very much talked about, but is increasingly trend in the workforce. On the amendment to provide for a differentiated WICA insurance premiums based on employees' risk profile and claims history, it now gives more significant incentives to companies to ensure a safe and healthy workplace for its employees. Here, the companies can partner the unions to develop a safe and healthy culture in the company. One such example is PSA, the port operator. The port unions have a close partnership in working with PSA to raise safety standards at the workplace. Unions and management have worked closely together to improve workers' training and implement work procedures to create a safe work environment. As part of this close partnership, there are many channels for union leaders in providing feedback to management. In particular, the Health, Safety, Security, Environment Council, HSSE for short, which comprises management and union representatives and chaired by the top management executive, is a platform with regular meetings to jointly review safety and health performance, set safety and health directions, and provide feedback to management about workers' concerned in safety-related as well as health, security, and environment-related issues. To assimilate HSSE in the work culture, PSA has also developed an in-house workshop program called Starfish. Union leaders were part of the first batch trained alongside PSA leaders, and we have provided feedback to strengthen the cost structure and material for the subsequent rollout to all our workers. Union leaders also play a vital role in rallying workers' support for safety-related initiatives. For example, PSA taps on technologies such as video analytics and telematics to improve on-the-job behavior and prevent accidents through preemptive intervention programs, aimed at mentoring, coaching, and training workers to improve their safety behavior. These collective efforts have resulted in significant improvements in safety standards in PSA over the years and have helped in the reduction of costs. An injury is one too many, and by partnering management to cultivate a generative safety culture, the labour movement aims to create a safe and conducive environment for every worker in Singapore. To conclude, sir, the labour movement welcomes these additional amendments that brings benefits to the workers. We do hope that the ministry can look at ways to cover every worker, including workers with mental illness, under the Act. We also call on our companies to work with the unions to promote safety and health at the workplace. As union leaders, we can and will be the ambassador and catalyst at the workplace to promote health and safety at the workplace. After all, the well-being of our members is always our core business. I move in support of the bill. Thank you.